Hi, fourth grade. Now we're going to correct your math workbook page P155. Relate tenths and decimals. So you remember, decimals are just another way to write fractions, basically. In fourth grade, we do tenths and hundredths. So it kind of goes by tens for decimals. Okay? So for number 2, you had a whole, you had 2 flats, a whole shaded in. You also had 2 tenths shaded in. So you had a whole and 2 tenths. So you had 1 and 2 tenths, right? So how would you write that as a decimal? 1 and 2 tenths. You could say 1.2, but it's more mathematically correct to say 1 and 2 tenths. So when you see that decimal, you're going to say and, okay? All right, for the place value chart, the ones, that's the wholes, go on this side of the decimal, and the fractions go on this side of the decimal. Tenths go on this side, okay? So here's where the whole numbers go, and then the fractions go on that side. Okay, so that's the answer for number 2. So let's look at number 3. All right, so they gave you a number line. So they said 2 and 0 tenths. Okay, I've told you before that's not a real fraction, but it's just for demonstration purposes. So this would be 2 and 0 tenths, or you would just say 2, 2.0, just 2, okay? And then this would be 2 and 1 tenths, 2 and 2 tenths, 2 and 3 tenths. So how would you write it? They say write the fraction or mixed number and a decimal. So you would write it like this. 2 and 3 tenths, or 2 and 3 tenths, like that. Okay, 2 and 3 tenths. Okay. Number 4 also gives you a number line. I did not draw the whole thing. Okay, so you had 4.5, or 4 and 5 tenths. Right, there it is, 4 and 5 tenths. 4 and 6 tenths, 4 and 7 tenths, 4 and 8 tenths, 4 and 9 tenths. 4 and 10 tenths we know is actually 5. Or 5.0, you could just say 5 if you want to. Okay, so we know that this is going to be 4 and 8 tenths. So you write it like that. That's the answer to number 4. 4 and 8 tenths. 4 and 8 tenths. Okay? All right, so your next directions are to write the fraction or mixed number as a decimal. Okay, so here's 4 tenths. All right, easy peasy. You do not have any wholes. There's 0 goes there. Technically, you don't need to put the 0, but normally you'll see it. Okay, so that means no wholes, but you also have a fraction, 4 tenths. So you just need to say 4 tenths. You don't need to say 0 and 4 tenths. You just need to say 4 tenths. Okay? All right, so number 6. 3 and 1 tenth. Okay, that's easy. 3 and 1 tenth. 3 and 1 tenth. Okay? Number 7, 7 tenths. I'm going to put my 0 here because I don't have any holes. I'm just going to say 7 tenths. Okay? All right, number 8, 6 and 5 tenths. It's just a 6.5. You can say it correctly, 6 and 5 tenths. Okay? All right, here's number 9. 9 tenths. 0.9. There you go. Okay. Number 10. There are 10 sports balls in the equipment closet. 3 are kickballs. Write the portion of the balls that are kickballs as a fraction, as a decimal, and in word form. Ooh, okay. So there are 10 sports balls in the closet. That means all of them. So I think that's going to be my denominator is 10, right? These are all tenths. This whole page is tenths. Okay, so no problem. All right, so 3 are kickballs. So I think that's going to be my numerator because that's my part. There we go, 3 tenths. It says write the portion of balls as a fraction. Okay, we did that. Portion of kickballs as a fraction. Then as a decimal. There's your 3 tenths. And then in word form, 3/10. Tenths, okay? Not tens, tenths, like a fraction, okay? 3/10. All right, so that's the answer to number 10. Number 11 was a little tricky, actually. All right, Peyton has 2 pizzas. Each pizza is cut into 10 equal slices. She and her friends eat 14 slices. What part of the pizzas did they eat? Write your answer as a decimal. So, it helps to draw a picture, actually. Doesn't have to be perfect. Mine definitely is not perfect. So here are my pizzas. Separated them into 10s, okay? There's 2 of them, 2 pizzas. Cut it into 10 equal slices. Don't worry if they're equal, just for demonstration purposes. She and her friends eat 14 slices. Okay, so she's going to eat 10 of these and 4 of these, right? Because 10 plus 4 is 14, right? So all of these, all 10 of these, and then 4 of these. I'm just going to kind of shade that one a little bit. 10 plus 4. Okay. All right. So that makes 14 slices. Now, how are we going to write this as a decimal? Okay, just look at the picture, actually. There's a whole number, a whole pizza right here. So that's 1 and, okay, there's my decimal point. 1 and then I have 4 what? 4/10. 1 and 4/10. There's your answer. 1 and 4/10. Okay, so I hope that helped. I will talk to you soon. Bye.